There's always up dark. Bishop Bigfoot, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome everyone. Join me on TikTok. Welcome. So today I'm talking about how to create wealth uh, with TikTok. Thank you for liking the live, Bishop. Thanking you. Thanks. All right. Thank you for joining me on YouTube. How to create wealth with crypto. How to create wealth with crypto. For persons who may be coming across my content for the very first time, uh, I have been in the network marketing space for over a decade, and I have been involved in crypto for almost a decade. And during that period, I have been able to garner a lot of knowledge in terms of what it is required to create wealth, because I've seen over that period of time, persons who have moved from just having, you know, ordinary persons to people who are, millionaires or multimillionaires, right? And I believe that this opportunity called cryptocurrency was designed for us, the average persons, to break free from the system, right? And the the the, the thing is that most of us are still afraid of cryptocurrency because what? Because lack of knowledge. And so I am laying a foundation, not for myself only, but for everyone. The part that I'm going to take. Welcome, everyone. Thank you again, Bishop, for liking the live. Right. I am also live on YouTube. Thanks for those who are on YouTube. I'm live also on TikTok. I want to be getting out this information. So first thing, what is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is basically digital currency that is used for transactions and is a store of value. Most of us may know about cryptocurrency, or we hear about Bitcoin. And it is still said that 95% of the world population still doesn't know what crypto is and what it's all about and how to utilize cryptocurrency. And because of lack of knowledge, there are many persons who are not involved, are not getting involved with crypto. Then you have those persons who have heard about cryptocurrency and they have tried, and they feel they had a bad experience. And through that bad experience, they have made up their mind that they will never do cryptocurrency again. Then you have that section of persons, which is 90% of the world's population. It's said that we have about 8 billion people, and from the entire world's population, there is 90% of it that doesn't know anything about cryptocurrency, have never used cryptocurrency at all. And because of that, that lies the greatest opportunity for everyone that is going to take this opportunity over the next few years. Now, my time in cryptocurrency has showed me that that cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, is a cyclic opportunity. So what that means, that every 4 years, Bitcoin goes through what is called a halving, right? And then after the halving, every 4 years, Bitcoin has a halving. After the halving, 6 to 18 months after, the Bitcoin reaches an all-time high. Let me check. So Bitcoin reaches an all-time high. The price goes up. People make a lot of money, right? That is the opportunity that we have. So what will we do? And what I am saying to persons is how to prepare yourself for that which is going to come. So I'm not Siobhan Martin. Welcome. I'm not talking about just for now, what I want to put forward, what I'm talking to persons about, what you're going to do for the next 4 years, right? So my plan is the creating wealth. I often say this, that you can get rich overnight, but you cannot become wealthy overnight. You cannot become wealthy overnight. Wealth is created over a long period of time. And cryptocurrency is one of the best vehicles that I know for the average person to create wealth. It's the best vehicle that I know that it can get persons from just where they are. Black Star, welcome. Mark, welcome. From where you are, not having a lot of money in a Caribbean country such as Jamaica, right? And become wealthy. And I'm talking about wealth. I'm talking about having having enough, right, to leave for generations. The Bible says a good man leave inheritance for his children. That is what cryptocurrency is able to do for us. But the problem is that so many people do not know about cryptocurrency. They do not know that there is such thing, there are ways that persons can earn simply by their having their phones. Big Bishop, big up yourself. Thank you again. Thank you again for liking the live. So what my purpose here is to share with you how we are going to get there, how we are going to build for the next 4 years, 2028 and 2029. That is what I'm thinking about. That is what I'm planning for. Why are you saying that, Ainsworth? So just give you a little backdrop of who I am. So I came to network marketing in 2014 through a health product. In 2000 and ended at 2015, 2016, I went online starting to seek opportunities to earn money online, right? And in about June 2016, I came across Bitcoin for the very first time. So I heard about this thing named Bitcoin. Didn't make any sense to me. Foolishness, right? And so I thought Bitcoin was foolishness. I did not engage in it because it was foolishness. I heard about this new coin. It was valued at 500 US dollars for one Bitcoin. At that time in 2016, I could have bought one Bitcoin for 60,000 Jamaican dollars. Now, I did not know this at that time. Welcome everyone that is Cardi, Jackie Upsetter. All right, I did not know that at this time that Bitcoin went through a halving. What a halving is that every 4 years, the supply is reduced in half. So Bitcoin started back in 2018 and 2008, and every block that was being minted, it gave 50 Bitcoin per block. Right? I know that you might be new, but I'm just giving you history. I'll be here talking about these things over and over because guess what? There are many persons who come online and they tell you about cryptocurrency and they don't talk about the history. Why is it that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is the one of the greatest wealth transfer opportunity? And I put it as an opportunity for the average person because there are many people who are not going to accept this opportunity that is granted unto them. Right? Simple me, Bujo, welcome. There are many people who are not going to accept this opportunity called cryptocurrency to create wealth. Why? Because they are going to be like me. When I saw Bitcoin at 500 US dollars for one Bitcoin, 60,000 Jamaican dollars at the time, I could have bought one Bitcoin. But what I did, I was afraid. This new thing, digital currency, me never hear it on news. Me not see nobody who I'm interacting with that is using cryptocurrency. So I said it's foolishness. So I did not engage. I did not buy a Bitcoin. So I did not even know about halving that I'm telling you about now. So the price of one Bitcoin went from 500 US dollars when I saw it. There are many different persons who will see it at different time, to 19,700 US dollars. So one Bitcoin in 20, one Bitcoin in 20, let's hold on 1 minute, in 2017. So one Bitcoin that I could have purchased, the one Bitcoin that I could have purchased one Bitcoin for Bishop. Yeah, Bishop. I'm there. Okay, yeah. Rewatch the match. Yeah. Okay, we get 4-1. We get 4-1. Yeah. So but next side, lose or win. Next side, win. So we drop out. Okay. All right. Later. All right, cool. So, what are the things that I recognized during that period? Is that I could have bought one Bitcoin, missed the opportunity. Latisha, Wagwan Williams. So I missed that opportunity in 2016. One Bitcoin went from where it was all the way to 19,700. So 60,000, I could have bought one Bitcoin. By the end of 2017, I could be a millionaire in Jamaican dollars, right? Because that was over 2.4 million Jamaican dollars that I could have earned. I missed the opportunity, right? And because of that, I went back and I watched it come from all the way from 19,000. Christopher, welcome. 19,000 to 3,000. And everybody who was there, back in that time, Larry Fink, who was the CEO, or still the CEO of BlackRock, one of the largest investment firm in the US, right? He said that Bitcoin was only good for money laundering and to facilitate wrongdoings, right? That's what he said about Bitcoin in 2017. And so when the price was going down in 2018, 2019, people were agreeing with persons like that who said Bitcoin and cryptocurrency was trash. By 2020, Bitcoin started to go back up. And it moved from 3,000 US dollars per coin. So by this time, it was more difficult for me to buy one Bitcoin. Because if I want to buy a Bitcoin, it would be like 3,000 US, it was like 360,000 Jamaican dollars. That time, I said, why? What make us spend 360,000 Jamaican to buy one Bitcoin? That don't make no sense. And Bitcoin moved from there all the way up to 69,300 US dollars for one Bitcoin in November 2021. And, me start feel that regret that I did not take action back then. I did not do what I could have done by taking action back in 2016 to buy one Bitcoin. So that opportunity missed me. And so opportunities will miss us. But when we recognize that we have another chance to create wealth, I want us not to miss it. Still, Bitcoin went to 69,300. It came back down, right, to 15,900. At that time, persons were saying Bitcoin was going to go below 10,000. Bitcoin is going to go to zero. And I remember one interview that was made, and someone said, if Bitcoin is not going to go, is Bitcoin going to go to zero? And the person said, if Bitcoin is either going to go to zero or it's going to go $1 million. It's either going to go to zero, it's going to go to $1 million. And I did not take that serious. I did not take it serious. Still not take it serious. Went back to 15,000. Still not buy a Bitcoin. Still not buy into crypto itself. And I watched that happen. I watched that happen, and what that taught me is that there are opportunities. Welcome, Marvin. There are opportunities that is there, but if we do not educate ourselves about these opportunities, they will always miss us. And so buying one Bitcoin, even at 15,000 or 0.1 Bitcoin when it was 15,000, I missed that opportunity. I missed it because of lack of knowledge. I did not understand the 4-year cycle of Bitcoin, right? That every 4 years it goes to what is called a halving, the reduction in the supply. And after that supply is reduced in half, 6 to 18 months after, the price goes to an all-time high. So the last halving that took place, right? The last halving took place in April 2024. And so we are currently in what is called what is called, right? During this period, it's called a bull run. The 6 months between April 2024 to 18 months, Bitcoin is going to hit a new all-time high. It has hit the all-time high. It has moved from 69,300, which was previous all-time high, to now sitting at $108,000 for one Bitcoin. 108,000 for one Bitcoin. Remember, I said I saw Bitcoin when Bitcoin was $500 for one Bitcoin. There are persons who saw Bitcoin even before me, right? There are persons who they just missed it because they weren't aware. So what is going to happen? It's almost like a textbook because it has happened now. Now that I am in the space, I've watched Bitcoin and I've been studying and understand that why I'm talking about Bitcoin and I said cryptocurrency wealth is because Bitcoin is the market driver. Not that I'm going to tell you to buy Bitcoin or buy or this. I have a full strategy that I'm laying out how we are going to create wealth. But I have to give a foundation because I understand that there are many people who are coming to want to make money, but they don't have that foundation. That wealth is created by the person who you become, by the value that you have. And so I'm creating that foundation for persons who wants to make that difference, who wants to create financial freedom, who say that, yes, I want to make a difference in my family. I want to be the one that is going to be the first millionaire in my family, living in the Caribbean, not scamming, not born from a rich family, not, what did I say? No, an athlete, but an average individual who desire to be extraordinary. And I personally believe that cryptocurrency is that vehicle that can get us there. So why am I say that? I say that because currently the cryptocurrency market cap is sitting over $3 trillion. $3 trillion. Bitcoin, the number one cryptocurrency, is over $2 trillion. What that is saying to me is that the greatest opportunity, because crypto is global, it's borderless, right? Crypto cannot be stopped. I tell you, I used to believe that when you hear that crypto is going to be stopped, Bitcoin can be bought down. No, crypto is the future. It is the future. And if we are not getting involved in cryptocurrency, we are going to be left behind. And we have seen that so much so that in the past few months, the US have now put teams in place and doing regulations around crypto and how crypto is supposed to be managed. They have now also put together that they have crypto reserve, like how you have gold reserve. There is also now a crypto Bitcoin, XRP, and I think one other crypto that they have that is a real reserve. So crypto is not something that is going to be here today and gone tomorrow. It is clear it's going to be here for a very long time, for the rest of our lives. Because along with crypto, there is AI. And a lot of things that requires to push AI to the where it ought to be is going to be borderless payment, cashless. Regardless of how we like to and this or hear or say about this cashless society, that is what is going to happen. Now, with that said, right, what is the plan? How are we going to get from point A, where we are now, to get to where we want to go? And the first thing I want to talk about is crypto education. Educating yourself on what are the best practices. What is crypto in itself? So a lot of education will be taught from this platform. My aim is to put out a lot of educational stuff. Right? First, so we talk about education. Educating yourself. Knowing why you are investing in crypto. Knowing that it is something that, as I said, is one of the vehicles that have the best opportunity to get someone from who have little knowledge of the entire system to grow them into someone who will become giants in knowledge, giants in understanding of this space. So that is something that knowledge is very important. Also, I will be utilizing and I will be educating persons on free opportunities. Now, there are many people who will say to me and say, Ainsworth, how can I use a free opportunity as a start at a vehicle to create wealth? And I did not know this until a few months ago, researching and understanding. Problem welcome. That Bitcoin was started at the initial stage of Bitcoin, the first distribution of Bitcoin, it was free, 100% free. Satoshi Nakamoto, or the pseudonym who they said that created Bitcoin, welcome Shauna Lee. That person who created Bitcoin, they started to mine Bitcoin back in 2009. And between January the 3rd, 2009 to August about September, he was the only one mining Bitcoin, the only one. Then a few other persons starting to buy into the idea of mining Bitcoin. How they mined Bitcoin back then was through their ordinary computer. As long as you have a computer, a desktop computer, but then you could mine Bitcoin for free. It was worth nothing, 100% free. And so in 2010, the first major Bitcoin purchase was sale was done. This one guy, he was a computer engineer, and he decided that he wanted to sell the Bitcoin that he was mining for free. And over a period of time, he had garnered over 10,000 Bitcoins. So he made up trade that anybody who will be willing to buy him 2 pizza, right, he will give them 10,000 Bitcoins. And that means that the price that he was willing to sell 1 Bitcoin for was 0.0025 cents for 1 Bitcoin. Someone took him up for the offer. He sold those 10,000 Bitcoins. What he had for free. He did not spend any money, only use his computer. Today, as we speak, those 10,000 Bitcoins would be valued over 1,080,000,000 US dollars. Because 1 Bitcoin is currently sitting at 108,000 US dollars for 1 Bitcoin. What is that saying to us that are here? That is as I spoke about education. What does that mean? It is saying that as simple as a free opportunity, and that's why I'm going to show persons through these platforms free opportunities that can garner you wealth. Because Bitcoin started to mine for free. Those who mined for free, who believed in what it is, are all millionaires and multi-billionaires. Billionaires. Because they were getting something for free. I have free opportunities that will be shown on this platform where you can generate some earning. Now, the issue with a free opportunity is the length of time that it is going to take for you to get rewarded. Now, we live in a instant gratification mindset that if I do something now, I will work in the work mindset. Welcome Trading Up. We work in we live in a instant gratification mindset. Thank you for the follow, Trading Up, JA. All right, that as we do something now, we're supposed to be rich tomorrow. But I am not talking about rich. I am talking about creating wealth. Wealth has to do with you understanding what you are doing, understanding that knowledge of your field. So I'm utilizing free opportunities. I have persons who are starting for free, no money. You can start your journey here, but I'm not going to tell you that you're going to get rich or you're going to get money tomorrow with the free programs. Now, also within the portfolio that I'm building, because as I'm saying, what I'm building here, for those who are new, right, are just joining, I'm Insert Edmond. I am a crypto enthusiast, right? I knew about crypto about almost 10 years now. For the very first 5 years or so about it, I did not pay a lot of attention to it. 4 years, didn't pay a lot of attention. I could have bought 1 Bitcoin when it was 500 US dollars, right? I didn't. 1 Bitcoin is now currently sitting at over 108,000 US dollars for 1 Bitcoin, right? So I could have been a multi-millionaire just by buying 1 Bitcoin. And that opportunity missed me, and it missed a lot of other persons. And I also shared about the guy that got 10,000 Bitcoin and he sold it for 2 pizzas, right? Because he did not know what he had. So what I am actually doing through this platform, why didn't I buy? It's because me never know about it. Me hear about Bitcoin. So me did just come online at that time in 2016. I tried to make some money online. My first investment in the online space was invest 300 US dollars and lose it. So look after that, I invested a little bit more, and then me never did have a good experience. So when we hear about Bitcoin, if you buy 1 Bitcoin and never know what it was, nobody never talk about it, me never hear it on news, it doesn't look foolish. So me never buy any, right? And then between but I started to pay attention because some of the platforms that I was investing in at the time, I had to use cryptocurrency to purchase or to do those things. So I used to pay attention to it. So I was able to see it move from 500 US dollars or one Bitcoin by the end of 2017 to 19,700. And during that period, I used to keep myself and say, what if me did buy one? You understand? But the what if argues is always going to be there, and it went from 19,000, came back down, you know, and I still didn't buy any. I still never buy any because your priorities change, because it was now 3,000 US dollars when it hit the bottom. I never buy any. It moved from 3,000 to by 2021, because now I'm in the space. I'm watching all of this. I'm watching it. So I was in the space. I was making money with another opportunity. In 2020, when they had the COVID and lockdown, I made the most money that I made online during that period. Everybody was coming online, so what I was doing, I really got. And this is about creating wealth and making money that I learned. I'm learning that there are sometimes you're in the right space and you take the right actions. And you take the right action, you think you're good. So I made money in 2020. Somebody thinks I did me. No, the space was just right. Somebody make money. And after you make money and not be in the right space, you will lose out. People still won't buy it if it tanks again. That's the truth. Because people, and I said this earlier, that I remember one guy in 2020, they asked him, and if I had, so even some persons who are in the space are still going to miss out, who are saying that they are crypto enthusiasts and you hear them talking about make money, they might miss out. You know what me hear the guy say? He say, if Bitcoin is not going to, somebody asked him if Bitcoin is going to go to a zero, to zero, and at the time they were projecting Bitcoin going to 100,000. And this was in 2020. So Bitcoin was not, the all-time high was then 19,700, and it had dipped below 10,000, right? So the question was being asked to a person, and he said, is Bitcoin going to go to zero, or is it going to go to 100,000? And the guy said, if Bitcoin is not going to go to zero, it's going to go to $1 million. And I know that it's not going to go to zero. To me, even though I SPS, I think me never still have the guts to say, well, I'm going to buy one Bitcoin and hold on on it. You understand? So most of we, and I have been guilty, but it is not about making mistakes, it's understanding why you made these simple mistakes, because you were in there. You could have bought, if from 2020 I was buying $100 worth of Bitcoin till now, I would have a Bitcoin. One Bitcoin is 108,000 US, right? And if I tell you that I tried trading, I tried trading crypto and I lost over whole per money, right? Whole per money. I mean, over 20, 30,000 US, right? Trading. I am not a trader. I don't believe that I was, no, don't use that. You don't say negative things around yourself. However, I did not do what I should do in trading. Right? I'm going to do some trading, but that's a work rate for my time. So yeah, so what I have done though during that time trading up and is that I have now decided how am I going to prepare for the next 4 years, because the bull run is happening now. The low prices are most of them are gone, right? Because Bitcoin is going to do, we still have what we're in July next month, August, September, October, November, December. So we have basically 7 months, no, 6 months, basically 6 months for Bitcoin to really hit its all-time high, which I believe is anywhere between 120 to 150. I don't even believe it's going to reach 150 for one Bitcoin this cycle, right? Bitcoin is going to go to 1 million, right? It is going to go to 1 million. Remember, I said, the guy said, if it's not going to go to 0, it's going to go to 1 million. Now, Bitcoin's market cap right now is over 2 trillion US dollars. Now, institutions are buying Bitcoin. There is a US have now put world reserve, that there's a Bitcoin reserve. They are buying Bitcoin to lock it away as reserve currency, right? They are making regulations around cryptocurrency in the US. El Salvador has Bitcoin as a legal tender. Now, there's only 21 million Bitcoin in the world, and therefore, we know that Bitcoin is going to go to 1 million. Don't know when, but it's going to happen. Therefore, I have now started to create a plan on which I'm going to utilize crypto as a means to create wealth. Previous to this, a person who don't have a lot of money, they could not sit anywhere in the world and say, I'm going to create wealth, because you didn't have, you were come from wealth. You're not athlete. I'm not an athlete. I don't fast. I don't play cricket. I don't play football. I am not the brightest. But I can tell you that my experience over the years have shown me how that I can utilize crypto over the next 4 years to create wealth. I'm not talking about rich, mean wealth. Money that can last for generations. And it might sound, one way, but I've seen it happen to persons. As I said, the person who sold the first 10,000 Bitcoin, he would be a billionaire if he had 10,000 Bitcoins that he got for free. And then when I understand that there are free opportunities out there that if persons can use from free, right? So I have, in what I'm doing, I have free opportunities that are going to then lead to low startup opportunities, right? So I have opportunities that you can earn just low startup. Require 1,000 or 10,000 low startup, right? I mean 10 US dollars, which is about 1,700 Jamaican dollars. You can start up and earning passively every day, right? Then we have those who are into trading, like myself. I like trading, but I don't have emotions. What I recognize that most people, and it is said that 90 to 95% of the people who are trading are losing money. Only about 5 to 10% of the persons who are trading, whether it be Forex or cryptocurrency, is actually making money. What we say actually making money is making money consistently, right? And not blowing them back out. But what I've recognized is through my experience that I remember when I was growing up, if you can't drive one stick vehicle, a shift stick vehicle, then say you can't drive. But I've lived to see where persons are now, even trucks are automatic. Welcome, Tanisha. Trees. So even cars that are truck, automatic. So what I have recognized with that set of information show me that even with trading, I do not no longer have to be the best trader, but I can automate it using trading bots. And so what I've been doing also is looking at trading bots to be trading for me. But one thing that I've recognized with trading that most people don't tell you is that your capital makes a big difference. Because the big traders, why they make more money and they lose less, is that they can go for 1% Now, a person who has a trading capital, some people want to even tell us to start with $50. Yes, you can start with $50, right? But may I use the example of 100? If the person have $100 as trading capital and he's making 1% for the day, right? He's only making $1 a day. Knowing the traders and if a forex traders, I recognize that does too look a bit. $1 a day, that can't change your life. And most persons that are coming into trading, they are coming in not to, they're coming in as something that they want to earn from. No. And because of that, we make bad decisions. I am testament at that because we want it no. So the problem 1% not gonna work. But 1% of 1,000 is 10. Not so bad. So if I make $10 a day, that is $300 a month. That's not too bad. But what if you have 10,000 as capital and you make 1%? You're making now $100 a day. $100 a day is $3,000 a month. But what if you have 100,000? Now you're making $1,000 a day at 1%. So what I've recognized that in all trading, welcome David and Miss Yoga, Radical, Bitcoin is actually going up now. It will take a pullback. Bitcoin is going to pull back the end of this month, which is this week, right? I think it's going to go up and hit either break through the all-time high of 112,000, right? But I am planning a short. I'm going to short the market when it breaks through the all-time high, because based on previous cycles, because what I'm learning now, Bitcoin hits all-time high. It's going to simmer now between July, August, September. So by the beginning of September, so the market goes up. So we have a good October, November. So 2021, I was a living proof. I saw Bitcoin moved up during that period, right? And went to 69,300. So I'm expecting something like that. So I'm expecting that it's going to either go close to the all-time high or break the all-time high this week. And I don't think with all the factors such as the war and all of these things, it is going to be maintained, right? So I'm expecting a pullback. What I'm saying after that pullback is to prepare ourselves for what is going to come in September, October. You can get some good returns, but my main picture is not for this bull run. It's for 2028, 2029. So my planning is that, yes, I missed this one. I don't have enough in it to create wealth from this one. I can make money. So yes, my goal is to make some money through this cycle. So there's still opportunities to make some money this cycle. But the main push for what I'm doing is preparing us for what is going to come in the future. So that is it. So what moves, my problem is that I do not know what moves Bitcoin. So all right, what moves Bitcoin? There are a few factors. Bitcoin is now becoming institutionalized. So the factors that move the stock markets is also going to move. So the war, because what institutional buyers are now buying. So if there is not enough purchasing and people don't have enough money flow, then Bitcoin is not going to move, right? What I am understanding, because it will always, because people always are going to buy high. The problem is why it all fall, because there are persons who are buying that do not know the value of what they are buying. And so, if you know something, if you buy something for 100,000, like how some persons are going to buy Bitcoin at 110,000 US dollars, so one Bitcoin, and you said that you're buying it, why are you buying Bitcoin at 110,000? It's 108,000. Why are you buying Bitcoin at this price? You must be buying it that you're expecting it to go to 200,000. But then did you ask yourself, why is it that it is possible to go to 200,000? And my reason is because it's the most decentralized cryptocurrency there is. It is the number one cryptocurrency in the world. It was first created. It is decentralized. So all of these things we are saying to myself. So what if now I buy it at 108 and it reach 80? Why are you selling at 80,000? You are losing 20% of your value. But guess what? People who are buying, they come in without knowledge. And that's a problem. That there are so many people who are coming into the crypto space without knowledge of why they are buying the thing. They only hear that it can make some money. And that's why I started that. This is what I will be using this platform for, is to educate. It's both to learn for myself and to educate. So people who buy it high, when it start, because then they think about instant gratification, so then go borrow money to make a quick flip. And so as soon as it start, they sell, and that dimps up the price more. But it's only a trick, because a person who is selling at 108, he bought it at 50. So when he sells, same day buy 100 tokens at 50,000 per coin, and it reach 100,000. In 50,000 coins just double. So what he did is a simple sell at the top, right? And that is what it's all about. O'Brien, big up yourself, youth, right? So it is understanding these things. I am no expert, but what I'm saying, that I have watched the market long enough to understand some of these things. So the person who sell so example, you buy 100 tokens for 100,000 US. When it reach upper 100,000 per coin, your 100,000 now as 200,000. So that person when do, him can sell 50 I'm Bitcoin and take 100,000 in I'm pocket, right? The person who know did just start at buy at 100, when him see it drop to 80, him start sell. So my man will take out some away out of the 100 and go buy back some more, because he knows why he's buying it. Michael Saylor, right? He's one of the biggest, he owns MicroStrategy, which is an investment fund. They have been buying Bitcoin since about 2020, thereabout. And I remember when Bitcoin went to its all-time low back in the last bear market at 15,000, himself and the El Salvador president said that they are going to be buying one Bitcoin every day. They are up in profit because they know why they are buying it. So the reason why it falls is because there are many people who are just coming in without lack of knowledge. And so as soon as Bitcoin dips, they sell, right? But my whole premise of creating wealth is not just sitting around Bitcoin, because this is one of the things. So the narrative that people have is that wealth is created in cryptocurrency only via Bitcoin and trading. So some persons have their different coins that they love. So some people who don't love Bitcoin, they might like Solana, Ethereum. They have a whole XRP army. They have a whole Cardano army over there. So, and they only talk about those crypto. What I'm saying that I'm bringing to the table is that I want to bring to the table a whole different ball game. I see it from 10 different mindset that holding crypto for the long term is the people when you start have money where you know say, well, you buy Bitcoin, you buy it wherever you buy it, it reach $1 million. It reach way up there. So the wealth, my crypto portfolio is something that I'm will be adding to starting 2026. Most Bitcoin, most crypto, me not buy them now for say me hold for long term because they are going to be dumping back in 2026, 2027. The past, it is said in trading that past results doesn't predict future outcomes. However, I have been able to now trace back the last three. So it's the first halving was 2012, then 2016, then 2020, then 2024. So 4 halving. I've been able to trace back and see the patterns that are there. The pattern not now gonna be exactly the same, but I have enough data to show me what to expect. And so with that, I am putting forward a plan. And so persons who want to join me with that plan, this is why I'm out here now saying, guess what? This is my plan. I have platforms because guess what? If you have only 100 US, and the point to take, Trans Jamaica Highway IPO happened a few months back. I buy $100 worth of the stocks, 100 US worth of the stock, which is about 15,000. It in a profit about $400. Nah, make more money because me only be able to buy a small amount. Me have to go wait until it really do something before me can really make something from it. But the reason why the stock market works for the persons who have greater wealth and greater knowledge is because there are some persons who are trading the stock actively. So if you're trading the stock actively, then $100 maybe can work. But if you're going to just buy and hold, you need to have a great amount of understanding of why you're buying each coin that is going to be in your portfolio, why you're buying it. Not just buy it because somebody said it's going to go to millions. Why you are buying it. Do you see the proof that it can go to $1 million? So your wealth portfolio is what we'll be building in 2026, 2027. So you hear me talking at 2025, June, about 2026, 2027, that's how wealth is created. The people who are buying Bitcoin now at 100,000, I saw yesterday a post that Grant Cardone spent $1 billion, I think $1 billion buying about, no, it was a couple 100 million buying some amount of Bitcoins. When they are buying at this price, they are not thinking about a return that is going to happen by the end of the year. They are thinking long term. And so we have to just have that long term mentality. But most people who are coming into the space, we don't have the cash to wait next 2028. Most of we are come, we want to make some money. No. We want to do something that can give us returns. No. And I can help you if that is you. What I am putting forward in this platform is going to show you how to create it over a long term. You know, what you can do. So as I said, education, I will be trying to my best to educate people. Every time I come, you must learn something from what I'm speaking about. We have free opportunities. We have low startup. We have trading that we'll be sharing with persons, right? And then we'll show you how to create your wealth portfolio. What crypto to buy and why you're buying them, right? So, yeah. Thanks for everyone that stayed on. It's almost an hour, and I am so happy that I took the time out to do this because this is how we are going to move from point A to point B to creating wealth, right? It's a wealth journey, and nothing but that I am interested in creating wealth, right? creating wealth, godly wealth. And so thanks everyone for coming out. I truly appreciate those who liked and comment and everything. Have a blessed day, everyone.